So what is flipped learning? Well, the idea is to subvert the traditional teacher-student role so the comprehension of knowledge is done at home and synthesis and evaluation are facilitated in class with the subject expert. As a teacher of a subject that's often very content-heavy, history, I was desperate to try it out in earnest, and initially I surveyed my students to ascertain their potential readiness for and reaction to the flipped learning model. One of the barriers is being able to use technology at home, but all students said that they had both access to the internet and would enjoy learning through technology. As you can see here in this anecdote, homework through flipped learning becomes more engaging. This was particularly important in our school, given that over half of pupils on an initial survey said that their homework across the board was not always engaging. So what did I do? Well, I set up a YouTube account to deliver all the information. I signed pupils up to Edmodo to control their homework assignments, and I gave one video assignment each week. This could also include games, puzzles, etc., things to engage the students in their understanding of the knowledge. Here's our YouTube account, Chepstow History. And this is an example of a type of video.
This video is all about how I will run my castle. When William the Conqueror was crowned as King of England on Christmas Day 1066, he had a problem. No, it was not the fact that he spoke an early dialect of French and therefore couldn't communicate with the English, if we can call it English-speaking population. It was the need to reinstall law, order and stability in a country ravaged by war. And although, as we saw last time, some of his tactics to establish his authority were pretty bloody, remember the harrying of the north? He was largely able to secure his control of England through a system of government known as the feudal system.
Edmodo is a great way to control the assignments, as it's possible to track whether students have access to material. They're also asked to click the turn-in button when done and leave feedback, which is really helpful when profiling what assignments have worked well, what you would add to or change next time. And so students were able to create work of a really high standard and high quality, and in terms of the outcomes, I'm going to show you a video of what they did.
Barons, we're here today to present our castle. We are the team from Stark Castles. We power a nation by building massive concentric palace castles, and we're the first company to be building the concentric palace castle. So we're going to talk to you today a bit about our castle and the location where our castle is going to be and all the keywords. And then hopefully you'll want to buy it, because to be honest, it's probably the best castle here.
So on to the important bit, the outcomes. Well, in terms of qualitative data, i.e. what the students said about the whole project, at the end of the project I asked students to complete a final survey, and here are the results. You can see that in the purple and the red, most students, the vast majority, agreed that they made good progress during the project. They were more engaged by it. They actually preferred the flipped learning model, and interestingly, they felt more prepared for lessons as a result of flipped learning. Really positive anecdotal evidence in favour of flipped learning, and I was very pleased with the results. In terms of quantitative data, i.e. the assessment of the pupils at the end of the project, whereby they were given a formal level, we found that from a top band year 7, so it's a fairly mixed ability, top range group of students, all were on or above their targets in terms of national curriculum levels. Over half had made at least 2 levels of progress, 2 sub-levels during the project, and 8 students had made exceptional progress, so at least 1 level of progress during the project. So you can see that flipped learning also is improving outcomes for students across the board. So there we have it, flipped learning in just under 5 minutes. Thanks very much for watching. Follow us at Chepstow History on Twitter, at Chepstow History on YouTube.